Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. So we have these three cards. We have Sharks is the first pile, Bulls is the second, and School of Fish is the third pile. So take a moment to pick your pile, and then I'll get started here, and then I will put the timestamps in below. So give me like a few minutes after this post. So this is for those of you who chose the Sharks pile. We're looking at the full moon today, the energy of the full moon. Sharks are kind of about being empowered, being in your power, but it says outside influences, so maybe there's some people around you who are, um, you know, not really showing you the best or they don't have your best interest at heart. And then I'll use this Prisma of Visions Tarot. So for those of you who chose pile one, let's see what the energies are. We have the Five of Cups, Five of Chalices, Five of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm sorry about the glare. Oh, we have the Six of Pentacles. I guess I'll take all of them. I didn't realize how many are there. The Hermit. The Ace of Cups. The Emperor. And the Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh. These are slippery. Five of Wands. And the Four of Swords. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. So what is the energy for you for this full moon? I see there's something about like going within. So you're going within, maybe trying to like heal. Maybe you've been trying to heal. Um, you're trying to kind of like illuminate something for yourself, which that's kind of like what full moons are about. You're trying to illuminate something for yourself. This has to deal with maybe like your, I want to say like steadfastness, which is weird because I usually don't use that word, but it's sort of like your determination, I guess, determination and um, you really want something. There's something that you're really like potential for something to start here. Um, but I do see like a little bit of disappointment and past and grief from past, sorry. And also that you this disappointment and grief from your past has to deal with your reciprocity with within your relationships with other people, your ability to give and take, and maybe not even just with other people, with situations. Like it's how much you're giving out and how much you're getting back from that. It's kind of like this balance where, you try to like put out as much energy as you get back. Um, and it also has to deal with your stability, kind of like your ability to create things in the physical world that are stable for you. But I feel like there's been some sort of like loss or pain, or um, you're not like, you're kind of like in your emotions, like there's a struggle in your emotions with this. I do see you have been kind of like on this healing journey. Um, and you could be possibly be a person who's been through a lot, um, so kind of needing to draw from that wisdom of previous experience, have boundaries with people. Again, I see sharks outside influences, so this is kind of like you being in your power, you not allowing yourself to give away your power, and so like holding those boundaries, having those. Using that wisdom, using the wisdom from your experiences. I also see that, like, you do have, like, a huge potential here to create something that you really want that'll be emotionally fulfilling, but I do see with the 5 of Wands here, again, I see there are people around you who could maybe not have your best interests. There could be a lot of conflict here, um, and so you're struggling. I think that's kind of why you're struggling in your emotions, because the energy around you is really chaotic. And so you need to kind of figure out, again, it's like that boundary thing, like where does your energy end and other people's energy begin? And I think this will help you continue this healing journey. And I think this will help you with this illumination that's coming forward. I do see, again, there's something about like your stability in the physical world, and your ability not only to be stable, but to kind of like have the authority over your life. This is kind of like a life changing lesson or time right now where you're trying to have this stability over your life, have this authority over your life. I also see, again, it's about this reciprocity, but it's like not giving your, power away, not allowing your power to be taken, and I do see with this, I do see that you, need to kinda get a little bit stable in your thoughts. You're not really I feel like you're giving in to thoughts that aren't really serving you. I have the 4 of Swords, but I do wanna let you know that it did come out in the reverse, um, and so that's kind of like, with the 4 of Swords is upright, it's like you're really trying to get clear, you're doing, like, healthy things to get clear, but when it's in reverse, you're not, you're not stable with those thoughts. You're not feeling, you're not doing things that are helping you. You're actually kind of like overthinking or kind of like that analysis paralysis type thing. You do have a decision here. I feel like this decision has to deal with, whether you want to do things the same way that you've done them or if you want to do something different. Let's see what's under this. Yeah, there's a lot of anxiety here. Um, a lot of anxiety and a lot of, like, even, like, depression or grief or something. It's because you're giving your power away. You have been giving your power away, and you need to kind of, like, rein that back in, pull that back in to where you're not giving so much, like, where you get to take as much as you're giving, if that makes sense. And so you've been putting yourself into these situations where it's been, you feel like you've really given everything to that, but you haven't gotten that back. So let's see, I'll take some of these and we'll just clarify and see if we can get a bigger picture here for this one. We have the 2 of Cups just popped out, but I wasn't asking it, so I'll just put it back in. And then we'll go ahead and show me about this 5 of Chalices, 5 of Cups, please. There's like so many cards come out. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so in your head a lot, really kind of like a harsher energy with your thoughts and your communication. Be careful about what you're thinking or speaking to other people. You could say something that you don't mean. We have the 7 of Wands on the back. Oh, sorry about that glare. Uh, the 7 of Wands, so that's kind of like, you overcoming like, trying to overcome some of this stuff, so I feel like this anxiety, again, like with that 4 of Swords coming out in the reverse, there's a lot of anxiety, um, and anxiety is just fear about the future, you know? Let's see what this Queen of Pentacles is about. What is this Queen of Pentacles about? We have the 10 of Cups. Yeah, so what you're wanting is kind of like this alignment, but not just this alignment with yourself, it's with other people. And then this is like, And I'm sorry, I think I've been saying 5 of oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. So this is like you being stable, but also you want to like align yourself and you're like trying to figure out how you could get your physical world to kind of like match your emotional world. Again, the 2 of Cups just came out on the bottom there. So I do think that like this is something where, you know, you are giving your power away to someone or maybe multiple someones, and so it's kind of like time to like figure out how you can get this fulfillment within yourself, like from yourself. Let's see what this 6 of Pentacles is. What is this 6 of Pentacles, please? We have the Queen of Pentacles again. Yeah, because you I feel like you don't feel stable, and it's because you're in your head, you're in your emotions, like, you aren't stable within your thoughts, and so your thoughts are kind of, like, creating this for you. You don't think that you are stable, but you are stable, and you also the things that you're doing, you feel like you're giving more than you're getting back, like, you're not seeing results. We have the King of Swords on the bottom, so this is you need to master those thoughts. You really need to kinda, like, master those thoughts, and try to take authority over those thoughts. What is this Hermit energy, please? What is this Hermit energy? We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you feel stuck because you have kind of been trying to do this healing. You're trying to draw this light without of you from within you to outside of you. You're trying to figure out like how you can do this healing. But I feel like, you've kind of like out of fear, I feel like you've kind of like paused yourself because there's some sort of fear here that you're like, yeah, page of Page of Wands. So it's kind of like say journaling could be helpful for you, writing it out could be helpful, but it's kind of like finding that like spark within you at this time. Um and you've kind of like chosen, with this decision, you're kind of like at a stalemate, you're feeling stuck because you can't see everything. And so that's leading to fear. So what's this Ace of Cups, this Ace of Chalices? What is this Ace of Chalices, please? We have the Seven of Cups. So yeah, it's leading to this emotional overwhelm because what's happening is you're kind of like getting your thoughts all wrapped up in your head. Um, you're kind of like giving your power away to the situation or to the person or whatever. You are stable in the physical world and you do have potential for this like fulfilling new beginning, but they're saying that like you're kind of emotionally overwhelmed because there's too much going on. Because instead of just like going within trying to like get clear on things, you've kind of like stopped yourself from it because of that fear. Fear is definitely a trauma response. I don't know. I don't have anything yet that tells me this is specifically due to trauma, but I'll let you guys know if I do. We have the Page of Swords for the Emperor. Yeah. So being stable, I think it's kind of like a learning process. You're going through this learning process, kind of needing to find information or like gain the best information, not just make like a decision without like knowing the facts or without trying to get all the facts. Sometimes we can't get all the facts, but your stability is going to rely on your ability to be open to learning this. And then we have the sun on the back. So yeah, this is like this means, that this is like you're going to get clarity. And so getting clarity is kind of like maybe just doing some research or maybe trying to figure some things out. Like they're saying instead of like, having this stuck energy or this emotional overwhelm energy, you know, it would be best for your physical world stability to kind of like do some of this research, like learn some of these things and be open to that learning. What is this Queen of Swords energy, please? The Six of Wands. Yeah, they're saying that, like, you might have had experiences. I feel like you might be somebody who, because the Queen of Swords is somebody who usually has been through a lot, so that's where she gains her wisdom. She pulls her wisdom from her experience, and so that's why she knows exactly what she wants. That's why her sword is so cutting, because when she cuts people off and it's done, and so kind of like having those boundaries. They're saying you have success with this. Like, this is a cycle. This is a lesson with that wreath there. You are learning a lesson and you are going to be victorious. I have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, even more like luck is on your side, and luck is on your side, and the universe has your back. So kind of like having that faith. Let's see what this 5 of Wands is about. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so you kinda need to get clear. I feel like there could be some people around you with the 5. We have the 5 of Wands and then this outside influences card. I feel like maybe there's people around you who are trying to, like, create drama, or they're not trying to create drama, but maybe they just, that's how they're, like, responding to the situation, and they're creating this energy that's just making it so overwhelming for you and making it so scary for you. I think they're kind of, like, giving you anxiety, and so we have the Tower on the back, so that just shows me this could be something like this is a lesson, and there's some sort of, like, perceptual shift that needs to happen with this. Um, let's check out this 4 of Swords and see what this 4 of Swords energy is, and this one did come out the reverse. The 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. Yeah, so, like, I do feel like there's someone or some people around you who's, like, you are just totally in your head. Like, maybe they're telling you things, maybe they're gaslighting you. This looks like gaslighting energy to me. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so there is an opportunity for a new beginning. There definitely is an opportunity for a new beginning, and, I do yeah, somebody around you is, like, gaslighting you, making you feel like you don't have what it takes to, like so you're giving your power away, because when people gaslight us, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that term, but it just basically means that, like, somebody's, like, reality checking you. They're telling you that your experience isn't your experience, and that's, like, not a that's abusive, if somebody's doing that. If there's somebody around you who's doing that, that is abuse. That's like mental and emotional abuse. Um, I just wanted to call that out, and I'm sorry if that's harsh. But you do have this opportunity to learn, and I do see a lot of stability here. It's just that they're saying you have to take initiative to, make that decision. You're in your head so much. That's why you're having this 5 of Cups energy. That's why you're so, like, in your grief, feeling lost with this, because you are, you're in your head. There's someone or multiple people around you telling you things that aren't true. The truth is, I'll tell you what the truth is from these cards. The truth is that you have exactly what it takes to be in your power and have the stability to have authority over your life. You have been healing. This has been a long, hard process for you to heal, but you are going to be there's a lot of potential for success here. There's a lot of potential to start something new, something fulfilling, and also something that's stable that you can grow from. So we'll take a chakra card or two and see if there's anything else that comes out for this full moon energy. These are going to be I mean, I think these are going to be pretty deep readings today, just because the full moon's in Cancer, so it's kind of like about your emotions, and I always think of the moon, like the full moon in Cancer, I always think of the moon card. Let's see, we have trickery, heart chakra. So yeah, kind of like I said, there's somebody around you who's not despondent, and then it's making you doubt yourself. This is third eye chakra. There's someone around you or multiple peoples around you, and you need to find your power. You need to take your power back with the shark card. You're giving your power away. And then we have Rejection, yeah, I think maybe, like, you're afraid to be in this power. You're afraid to be in this Queen of Swords power and this Six of Wands power here. That's pretty powerful energy because you're like, "Well, these people are gonna reject me." Well, if they're gaslighting you and they're, trying to, like, tell you things that are untrue, creating this heart chakra blockage, creating, this self-doubt within you, creating this emotional overwhelm, I don't think those people are, like, worth being around anyway. We have instincts. So yeah, this is kind of like you need to really focus on where are your loyalties? Who is loyal to you? I think now would be a really good time to kind of like use that discernment. And the Queen of Swords is really good with discerning who around her is worth staying in her life. This is your so this is like having faith in God or your higher self too. This is your crown chakra, having faith in God or your higher self. So, wow, that was quite a reading. Pile 1. Hopefully that resonates, but if not, feel free to check out another pile. And again, I'll post the timestamps um, after this uploads. It's just easier. Like YouTube made it's so weird. Like it takes like 3 or 4 hours for me to like do the video and then upload it. It just uploads right away if I just do it live. So that's why I'm trying this. Okay, hi there. This is for those of you who chose pile 2 or bubbles, second chances, and we're going to take a look at the full moon energy today, full moon and Cancer energy. We'll see kind of like what's coming in with this full moon energy. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day today. Let's see what the energy is. For pile 2 bubbles, second chances. So we have the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. And then this one came out too, the Chariot. And then we have the Page of Wands. And the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Wands. So I have 2 sevens and 2 eights here. And then we have the Five of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Nine of Swords on the back of the deck. Okay, so for those of you who chose bubbles, for full moon energy, okay, something about healing. You're healing, going within, um, needing to go within because you want to figure out like how to move forward. You want to be in alignment with yourself when you move forward. Um, you're also there is an opportunity for a new beginning. I feel like there could be some like emotional overwhelm with this. Um, yeah, emotional overwhelm, maybe something you need to walk away from too. And you're trying to kind of like really align yourself with your values. Um, there's like an inner child energy coming out, kind of like playful energy, but also an energy of messages. So there could be like a message that you are looking to write or maybe expecting from somebody. Um, and this has to deal with your decision to walk away from something that's like not serving you emotionally, like you're not emotionally fulfilled from the situation. There is an opportunity for a new beginning, like I said, but I'm getting trauma. There's some sort of trauma response coming out with this where it's like you feel um, loss or grief because of this. And it's bringing out this sort of like inner child within you. It's bringing out these like inner wounds from your childhood or from previous trauma. Um, I also see that like there's a lot going on around you. Maybe like there's literal movement or there could be figurative movement or both. Like you're kind of things are moving fast, but you're feeling really down. You're feeling kind of like all in your emotions. You're struggling in your emotions. You are stable. This has to do with your stability and like how you can kind of like create things for yourself and create, something out of nothing to uh, sustain yourself in the physical world. But I feel like, there's a lot of, overwhelm surrounding this, and you feel like you need to move away from something, or there's something here that you have moved away from. Maybe we have second chances, and then you're feeling you're in your head, like a lot of, anxiety, maybe like sleepless nights, maybe even nightmares. Let's take a look and see anything else comes out. Yeah, there's something about like there's emotional overwhelms about like I think you feel like you need to move away from something, but you're not sure about your stability if you move away from something. And maybe even like wanting a second chance. You're thinking, I don't know. I feel like all these thoughts, you know how like bubbles in water, they just like pop up, like they come up through the water, then they pop up once they hit the air. So it's kind of like I feel like you have these thoughts that are just kind of like popping up and then they just dissipate. And they just pop up and they dissipate. And that's part of that like anxiety. But I'll clarify and we'll see if there's anything else. What is this hermit energy, please? We have the 7 of Wands. So yeah, like overcoming a lot, maybe feeling like a little bit closed off, maybe feeling like you know, you're wanting to kind of like find your center with this. You're wanting to kind of like ground yourself and be at peace with yourself, be at peace with who you are. We have the 10 of Cups on the bottom. So possible like wanting to align yourself with other people, not just with yourself. What's this Ace of Cups energy? The Page of Cups. Yeah, something you really, really want. I feel like you wonder if it's like tangible though, if it's something that you could have. And I do feel like this could be definitely a trauma response because I do have these two child cards, inner child with the 5 of Cups. And so there's something that you want, but maybe there's something from your past is like holding you back, or maybe you've never been able to figure out how to get this for yourself and you're wondering if like this is just kind of like a fantasy or something. We have the 2 of Swords on the back. So that tells me kind of like you're needing to make some sort of decision with this, but I feel like there might be fear holding you back. What is this 7 of Cups? We have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, pain, shame, heartbreak, anger, loss. Definitely like something about trauma. You're feeling you're I feel like you've been activated. Something has activated you here. There's something you want, something's activated you. And there's something you're wanting, but you're like all in your emotions, you're all in your head. It's like creating this sort of like trauma response where, when we become activated from our trauma, it's like our minds can't differentiate between like a real threat and a perceived threat. So trauma ends up being these perceived threats. That's why we become activated with our trauma. 4 of Swords, needing to rest, needing to kind of like get some rest on it, think on it a little bit. What is this chariot energy? Please. The Knight of Swords again. Oh, you're so in your head. There's something you really want. You really want to move forward with something. There's something you're really, really wanting to move forward with, but you're in your head and you can't, yeah, you really want this. Really want something you really, really want. What's this Page of Wands energy? Death and rebirth. Yep. Yep, this is a trauma this is definitely a trauma response. So you're going through some sort of transformation, you're going through some enlightening period. This could feel like an ego death. I do believe this is an ego death with the trauma that I have here, and that's why it's so painful, that's why it's causing so much anxiety. Um, it's causing a lot of anxiety because that's kind of what happens. Um, so kind of like needing to push through that, kind of needed to have that self-care now because there's a lot. You've overcome a lot, but you're still working on overcoming. So like meditation might be good. We have the Fool. So needing to take a risk with something perhaps, needing to allow yourself to kind of like um, lead into this energy, which is hard because that's not our first instinctual response. What is this Eight of Cups? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a choice between love and fear here. Try to balance yourself out. Try to figure out you're like, I need to move away from this, but do I really need to move away from it? And the fear is kind of like holding you back. All of this fear, all of this like anxiety that you're having is kind of holding you back, and you do need to release something. There's something you need to walk away from, you need to release. There's victory here for you. This is a lesson. This is a life lesson for you. What is this ace or eight of wands? Eight of wands. I don't know why I said ace. The Emperor. Moving. Yeah, so a lot of movement, a lot of communication. There's the energy is just like really like all over the place. Like it's just a lot of energy, a lot of things coming at you, needing to kind of like strategize at this time, needing to like be in your power, have authority over yourself, and your movements, your communication at this time. We have the Star, yeah, healing process. And this is your third eye chakra, so maybe like needing to listen to your intuition. I have root chakra here too, which is about your stability. It's about your stability. It can be about trauma, getting your needs met. It can be about like meeting your tribe. What is this Five of Cups energy, please? Page of Pentacles. So we have 3 pages now. Yeah, because this is your inner child. You're not feeling stable. Your inner child needs something. What does he or she need? How can you like parent this inner child right now? How can you talk to them and tell them, that they are loved and they are safe? We have the Moon on the bottom. Yeah, so you're like deep in these emotions. You've been extremely triggered. You've been there's something that's coming out from previous trauma where you've been activated and you don't feel stable now. This is like kind of like an ego death. You're going to have clarity soon. The clarity's coming. You might already have it. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Yeah, needing to be in your power, needing to recognize who you are, be in your power. Maybe you do things a little bit differently than other people, and maybe what works for other people. Maybe you're listening to other people, and maybe they don't know because they're not you. There's something here where you need to make a decision based off what you did in the past. Do you want to do what you did in the past, or do you want to do something different this time? Do you want to make a different decision? That's your heart chakra energy. So, wow, this one's kind of like similar to pile one. These are definitely similar. But let's take chakra card and see if there's anything else that comes out. Yeah, all this anxiety is due you're going through an awakening, which can be really scary. You need to release something. There's something you need to walk away from. You need to release. Whatever you need to release, it's associated with fear. So whatever you're not associating with fear, I think that's the direction that you need to go. And you need to recognize where your power is and not give that power away. You also need to recognize like what this inner child needs. There's an inner child here who's like crying for your attention, and so you need to kind of like parent that inner child at this time. So, what other messages do we have, please, for pile two? We have perfection. Ooh, yeah, that's a root chakra. And a perfectionism is a trauma response. So yeah, this is definitely like working through some trauma. We have passion. This is sacral chakra has to deal with your creativity and your sexuality. So there's something that you're like really passionate about. You're trying to get something perfect, and I'm here to tell you that's not a good coping strategy for this. Like, really what needs to happen is you need to just kind of like lean into this change, recognize what's not serving you, move away from it, release whatever is holding you back. Because I see a lot of clarity and abundance coming your way, but this you've been activated, you've been triggered, and you are feeling this huge trauma response now, which is going to lead to this awakening. I see, if you haven't already. We have miracle. This is solar plexus chakra. So yeah, being strong in who you are, being, how you relate to the world, like taking your power, being empowered with who you are and recognizing what that means. Not allowing your emotions or your thoughts to get the best of you. Yeah, you're going through a major healing process. Yeah, we have growth on the bottom, which is heart chakra. So you're this is a growth process. This is a pain process. This is like growing pains, You're learning something here. You're going through something that's you're going to come out of this. Okay, it doesn't feel like it. It's really scary right now, but you are going to come out of this and it's going to be bring enlightenment. It's going to bring um yeah, you're so closed off. It's gonna bring enlightenment to you. But yeah, the Empress on the back. This is you coming into yourself, becoming. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Hopefully that resonated. I know that this was like another huge deep reading, but I appreciate you guys so much. And feel free to check out any other readings. And I will post the timestamps after this gets uploaded. So just give me a few minutes after it's uploaded. Okay, this is for those of you who chose the third pile or School of Fish soul contracts. So we're going to take a look at this full moon energy and see kind of like what the energy is for this full moon. And the last two piles got like really deep readings. So I'm kind of imagining we'll probably get another deep reading, and this full moon is in Cancer. So that's probably why. So what is the energy, please? What is the energy for pile 3 for School of Fish? We have the 7 of Wands. All right. And we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress. We have the Wheel of Fortune and oops, the Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Judgment and the Knight of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a decision here about doing something differently. Maybe some sort of like enlightening or some clarity is coming to you. I feel like there's a lot of clarity that is going to be coming to you. I feel like also there's something about your love for yourself and how your love like can attract other things to you, like how having this like self-care and self-love and really just knowing who you are and being who you are kind of like attracts this abundance to you. I feel like you've really been overcoming a lot. There's a lot in your past that you've been through. So kind of needing to kind of have some discernment about like who's in your life. We do have soul contracts on here, so sometimes soul contracts can be like those karmic type of relationships where we learn those lessons from other people. But I do see School of Fish also. So that's kind of like you being with your tribe. That's being with your people, finding your people. And I do see like a lot of abundance, a lot of material abundance, a lot of like abundance within your family life and stuff too. But I feel like you've really had to overcome a lot to get there. I feel like you're at this place where there's going to be this awakening. If you haven't already gone through this awakening process, there is an awakening process with your stability, with who you are, your ability. Like you have so much of this like loving nurturing energy. If you chose this pile, you have this loving nurturing, almost like mothering type energy where you're just so caring of other people, and you're so this brings a lot of like physical world stability to you because you know how to kind of like use your gifts to kind of pull from the physical world to meet those material world needs. That's so beautiful. I also feel like, there's something here where like there's a timing element. There's luck on your side. There's some sort of learning lesson. The universe has got your back with this. You're learning. There's been maybe you have been through soul contracts and now you're learning these like patterns that you've been through and the universe is like, "Yes." And they're like offering you, they're offering you support and guidance through this process. I feel like though it's weird cuz like in your head about this though, you don't feel you don't feel like you can have everything you want, and the cards are showing me that you can have everything you want, but you're, like, thinking that you can't. Um, you're feeling very, like, anxious or worried or, um, you think that you're, like, stuck, but you're not stuck. Not at all, not at all, but you're thinking that you're feeling and you're thinking like you are stuck. Um you're actually very stable. You've actually, like, been able to like, finances are good, like, um, your physical world is good, but you're not feeling it, and I feel like that's because this awakening, whatever is happening right now, is, like, super intense, and it's intensified by this full moon. It's, like, creating this kinda, like, emotional chaos specific to your thoughts with this, um, and you're also feeling a little bit impulsive, like, there's, like, instability with the thoughts, but you're also, like it's just your thoughts, like, you feel like you're stuck, but you do have this determination, you do have this drive, and so you are gonna overcome this. That is very beautiful to see. I also see, you need to kind of like focus on your self-care. There's going to be a lot of changes happening. There's a lot of this is a transformational process. The energy is flowing. It's flowing fast right now for you. And I think that could be kind of why you might be in your head a little bit. I think you're also in your head because I'm wondering from your previous experiences, I don't know if you're feeling like you could trust the universe. I feel like maybe you're kind of like, I don't know if I could trust the universe at this time. What you really want is you want to kind of like work on something with other people. You want to grow with other people. You want to like build something that's stable. And I do see you doing that. Yeah, this is like a learning process. You're kind of in this process of, learning, growing, transformation. There's a huge, huge, huge awakening happening if it hasn't already happened. And I think that's why you're kind of in your head about this. You've been through so much and you're just like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna end? And it won't end. Not until if you're still in this world, you're still gonna have stuff like this. You're still going to have life lessons. You're still going to have soul contracts. You're still going to have karmic stuff. So let's clarify and we'll see if anything else comes out. Um what is this 7 of wands, please? What is this seven? We have the 5 of swords. Yeah, you're in your head. I feel like you're in your head, like I said down below earlier. You're in your head because you've been through so much, you've overcome so much, and you're kind of like struggling with this. You're like, when do I put down the swords? Like, how much do I fight? How much do I need to fight? Yeah, 8 of swords again on the back. So yeah, you're in your head, you're stuck in your head because you're like, I just want to like put these swords down, but I feel like I need to still fight. And like you are still fighting. And I think there is a level of discernment with the Queen of Swords here where you do have to eventually discern, like, okay, I can pick my battles. This isn't the battle for me. But that is like a very personal process. You're the only one who can determine which battles you fight and which ones, and you're kind of in your head about this. I think you kind of have some sort of knowing on some level, some conscious level you do. What's this Queen of Swords energy? 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's stressful. It's been stressful for you. You have been through a lot. You have been through so much. And so you need to draw from that experience right now. You need to kind of like transmute what you've been through, all these hard things that you've been through. Yeah, Queen of Swords again on the back of the deck. You need to transmute that now and turn that into like something so you can propel yourself from your experiences, from these harsher experiences that you've had, from these stressful experiences, from having to move on from things. um, it looks like there's been a lot of stress in your life, and so you really need to kind of figure out how you can use that now to learn from this, to complete this cycle, and to have this awakening. What is this 10 of Pentacles? We have the 8 of Cups. Something you need to walk away from, and the King of Pentacles. Something you need to walk away from, something not serving you in your emotions. There's something out here about, like, loyalty. Loyalty to yourself, loyalty to others. Something about ego, too. Is your ego getting in the way of something? Is that what you need to walk away from? Is your ego creating these thoughts and emotions? Oh my gosh, we have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. I feel like we're just gonna see these repeating cards now. What is this Empress energy, please? The High Priestess. Yeah, you're coming into your power. You're gonna find out that you have like these psychic powers, or you have some sort of like intuitive power. Like, this is very, very powerful energy with the High Priestess and the Empress together. That is powerful energy, powerful feminine energy, divine feminine energy. 2 of Pentacles. There's fear holding you back. Something's holding you back. There's fear. Fear holding you back. I keep getting that same message. What is this Wheel of Fortune? 8 of Swords again. What did I just say about fear holding you back? The universe is like, yeah, I got your back. You're good. You're good to go, girl. But you're like, no, I'm stuck. I can't move. There's something, do you see how she's like in the mirror too? Like, there's something reflected at you. So I almost wonder if there's like projection, or if you're around somebody who's projecting onto you or something. I don't know. That was kind of like coming out in pile one. So I don't know if you watched that one, but this one might resonate too. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups on the back. So yeah, this is something you really want. There's a decision here. You need to use your intuition. You need to figure out if you want to do things how you've previously done them in the past, but something you need to walk away from. If you walk away from it, they're saying you have potential for this huge new beginning. Needing to have self-care at this time, needing to focus on who you are. Like, what are the qualities that you have that are loving and caring? And yeah, we have the 2 of Cups for the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you have this energy. There could definitely be a soul contract. Maybe you've had karmic relationships and maybe you're like, needing to figure out how to give that love to yourself now instead of we had that 9 of cups earlier. Maybe there's some sort of codependency energy. Yeah, you're in your emotions about this. All in your emotions, which is totally the energy of this full moon. You should be in your emotions if you're tapping into that energy. But this is bringing you, like, this clarity of who you are. You're gonna have this clarity. You're gonna wake up and realize how your experiences have shaped you and how that has made you this very powerful individual. What is this Four of Pentacles? The Knight of Swords. You have so much anxiety. You're so stable. I think it's because this is a scary process. You're going through this huge, huge awakening. There's a huge awakening process. You don't feel stable, but you are. We have the Queen of Pentacles just confirming you are very stable. But you're not, you're very anxious because this is scary. This is hard stuff to go through. We have the School of Fish. Rely on the people around you. Lean on the people around you. What's this Eight of Swords energy, please? Six of Pentacles. You're in your head because yeah, maybe you've been giving too much to others. Maybe you need to kind of balance it out. We have the Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Maybe you need to kind of like balance out this give and take. How much are you giving? How much are you taking? Page of Pentacles on the bottom. Maybe this is a trauma response, an inner child wound that you're kind of carrying around. What is this Judgment Knight of Wands, please? What is this Judgment Knight of Wands? Knight of Swords. Yeah, moving forward, continuing to move forward, continuing to learn. There's something here about learning. You need to allow your thoughts and your energy, your communication, how you perceive things to kind of like blend with your energy so that you can, there's a lot of passion here, a lot of intellectual energy here, a lot of wisdom here. And so I think that like this awakening is going to kind of like bring you into that power, bring you into like where this power is so that you can have this energy to kind of like build upon. You want this foundation, and I see you building that foundation. Page of Wands on the back. So yeah, there's something about like energy, moving energy. Writing in a journal could be helpful at this time. Also, creating something could be helpful at this time, relying on your friends, your family, the people close to you at this time. You're going through some sort of awakening. Universe, spirit, God has your back, but you're not feeling it. You're not thinking that you do. You need to move away from something. There's something that you need to decide to move a different direction with. What was under here again? Yeah. This is a life lesson. This is a huge life lesson. You're going to be totally transformed. This is like super transformative energy. There's like a soul contract with someone maybe. You're learning how to love yourself from this soul contract. That's what's coming from it. So let's pull uh one of these cards and then I will wrap this up for you guys. So any other energies, please? Grief, heart chakra blockage. Then we have acceptance. This is root chakra. This is trauma. Yeah. So, what are you not accepting? What do you need to kind of like have radical acceptance over? I think maybe radically accepting something will help you move forward with this transformation, will help you have this. Um, but you're kind of like struggling in your emotions. Heart chakra blockage because of your past experiences. You've been through a lot. You're you're having a lot of struggle, like in your thoughts, in your feelings. Anything else? We have guilt, sacral chakra. This has to deal with your creativity and yeah, and this is a trauma response. Guilt and grief are both trauma responses. Completion. Yep, your creativity, your sexuality. Something needs to come to an end. You need to lay something to rest. You have clarity coming in. Perfection. The last pile got perfection too. So wow, that was a really intense reading. Hopefully this resonated for you guys. Hopefully it was helpful. But if not, you can check out my other piles or my other videos. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate you guys.